So this latest cyber attack now increasing tensions between the U.S. and Moscow. The president talking tough with Putin. Now, critics are calling this a moment of reckoning. Dan Hoffman, former CIA station chief, Fox News contributor. Dan, how you doing? Good morning to you. Many have pointed out, I'll point it out again, on Saturday, the president pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket to read that statement. How did that strike you, Dan?
Well, what strikes me first and foremost is that this is another supply chain hacking attack from a criminal group based out of Russia. And this serves Vladimir Putin's interests because it's damaging our economy. It's negatively impacting the brand and the financial stability of a key IT company in our country and really degrading our trust in cyberspace on which our commercial success so much relies. Make no mistake, Vladimir Putin, whose formative experiences was in the KGB and serving as director of the Russian Federal Security Service, their ruthless internal security police, he extorts his adversaries. He doesn't conduct diplomacy with them. And we need a strong response. The President of the United States, in my view at least, needs to warn Vladimir Putin that if Russia doesn't take action, and mark my words, they won't, then we will do so on Russian territory, just like we do with countries that are unable or unwilling to deal with terrorists in their own countries, and we need to take that upon ourselves, take that task upon ourselves and deal with those terrorists.
How do you prove the Kremlin did it? Or do you need to, Dan?
Well, we know for sure that these groups enjoy sanctuary on Russian territory, so that should be enough for us to use our intelligence community to find, fix, and disrupt these groups using cyber command. What is out there as yet unproven is whether the Kremlin might have knowledge, specific knowledge of these attacks, which again would be in Vladimir Putin's interests, or whether the Kremlin enabled the attack in some way by providing intelligence to this group that made their attack more effective, or whether the Kremlin even ordered the attack themselves. So those are unknowns that we need to try to collect intelligence on. But make no mistake, this gives Vladimir Putin a lot of leverage. He wants to negotiate with the United States from a position of strength. He doesn't like the sanctions. And he might say, sure, I would consider taking action against some of these groups. And Putin will tell us it's going to be hard, although he does a real good job with his own dissidents. But in return, Vladimir Putin's going to ask for sanctions relief and other things from our country that we may not be interested in giving up.
Yep. Dan, one of the big messages apparently in Geneva was for him to stop this. Does this show that Geneva failed?
Well, I think this attack was well underway before Geneva. These sorts of attacks require a lot of surveillance, and the malware was probably injected into this operating system well even before Geneva. It's just that it was activated now. I don't know that I think it would be probably too early to judge whether Geneva is a failure, but for me, Geneva was just a starting point of ongoing discussions. And again, if we don't show Russia that we have the capability to inflict harm on these cyber hacking groups, not to mention Russia's intelligence services like the SVR, which mounted the SolarWinds attack, then we really have no room for diplomacy whatsoever. We need to show that we have the capability and the will to respond forcefully.
Great analysis. Thank you, Dan Hoffman, for coming in today. Thanks.